Now, with framing, again, when you're doing this kind of stuff, you want to take up the most space in the frame, but you don't want to take up the whole thing. So the way we shoot Dave's is that you basically aim the camera so the top of the frame is the top of the head, and then you want to go generally around this. This is called a mid shot, so a mid shot like this. Because we don't have much time to go into great detail about like filming and shots and framing and things like that. Generally, there's three types of shots that you can do. There's the wide shot, where that basically gives your environment, your context. We're in a room, we're in a pool, we're in a forest. So we get an understanding of where it is. So that again tells your audience, okay, this is where we are. Then you go into a mid shot, which is where most of the action happens, dialogue, people talking, things like that. Generally, you might have heard of the two shot. That's where you just have two actors or two participants in the shot. Just like when Dave was doing the interview with Daryl Guppy, that's a two shot. It's a mid-sized two shot. So you just have two people in there, and generally it's from here up, or maybe some shoulder, but generally it's from mid-chest up. Then you go in for your close-ups. Now close-ups are really to display emotion. You want to see the frown on someone's face. You want to see the tear. You want to see the teeth grit and things like that. It's a great way to get emotion across if you're trying to highlight a point, or throw to someone. You see a close-up of someone's hand, just, gripping or something like that. That will convey meaning very quickly. For this kind of stuff, what we do, we shoot it in one way. We shoot it kind of a mid shot like this, maybe a little bit lower. And then when we get into the editing, we can actually digitally zoom in, so we can move back and forth. So you get a bit of a close-up kind of thing when you're illustrating a point, or just to provide a bit of variety. So that's the basics of it. I mean, if you're shooting a video, there are many other different types of shots you can do, and angles and things like that. And it's the kind of thing you could go and study for 3 years. You can look up tutorials, things like that. For your purposes, work with, if you're shooting a video of people or a situation other than you, start with some kind of wide shot and then try to get a mid shot, really. That's what you need.
And to build on what Ben was saying, the way that we do it in the office is Ben will set it up so we go for the widest shot possible so he could snap in, and he'll show you the benefit of that also in the editing process.
Yeah.
That's how it can make it feel like there's multiple cameras when really there's only one camera, and it helps with making sure in the post phase when we're doing the editing, making it feel like it's just one shot.
Yeah, and it is trial and error. I mean, if you're by yourself, you've got, you're going to set it up. If you've got an LCD, if you've got a screen, flip it around, have a look and go, yeah, that feels about right. If you've got a flip, set it up, eyeball it, have a guess, press record, and then just find out. Again, it's a feeling. You'll get a feeling for it. You'll go, yeah, that feels right. You can do it centered if you just want to be, stand and deliver. But I find that style, choosing 1/3 is much more effective.